Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. It's your humble host, Big Truck. Hey, we about to dive into this thing. I want to thank each and every individual for tuning in to this live broadcast, this live streaming here at the King's Table. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. I have some individuals that have some things to say. I have some things to say. Then the spirit of the universe is going to take us home. The things that I like to do on this channel is simple. Bring awareness to men. Letting men know who they are and whose they are. Men deal with so much on a day-to-day basis. Waiting for a few more people to chime in. I usually go live streaming on usually more than one platforms, Twitch, Rumble, Facebook Live. But, today I decided to just stick with one platform, and that's YouTube. Much love to YouTube. But back to the point that I'm making, bringing that awareness to men. Men go through so much is required and expected from man. Men deal with so much, no matter what color you are. Main thing is you a man. You a man that goes out and handles your handle on a day-to-day basis. Deal with so much, put up with so much. So, take in everything I just said. And I'm going to let these clips play. So without further ado, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. And let's get to fucking work.
People who lie on people consistently, I don't think they ever think the truth is going to come to the light. I think that think they could tell a lie in a dark corner and it's going to stay in that corner forever. Eventually, you will be exposed, whoever you are.
But when you get exposed, now wickedness is accepted.
People often think it can never happen to me. Or if I mind my P's and Q's, I do the right thing, it can never happen to me, right? If you are accused of something, you must have done something wrong, right? I also like to remind them, this isn't just about the terrible accusation of sexual assault. Have made sexual harassment a felony.
Thousands of men impacted. And what I tell your audience is your son could be next. Your father, your uncle, your brother, your friend, your neighbor, unless you care enough to do something, say something, and make this a point for the administration.
When did you decide that in order for me?
This is why I always tell men, guard your peace. Move strategically, but move quietly. Be quiet as you move strategically. You don't never know what pitfalls that are designed for you. Just because it looks good does not necessarily mean that it is good for you. You follow? Because you can find yourself in some situations, and it can be that one situation that you can't come back from. I want you to meditate on that. Again.
To get him back, because that's what you mentioned in the video, that you were going to make this false allegation. Like, when did that thought process land?
Like, I felt at that point that the only person that could stop this man was me.
Not this. Because if say a rapist, right? He was convicted, charged, served his time, and he is out. Would they be interviewing him and say, oh, so tell me about your mom and dad?
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct.
No. They will not. But listen to what she say. The only person that can stop it is her. What the fuckery? I mean, now listen. Have me speaking in patois, my native language. You know, shout out to my family in Jamaica. And also shout out to my family in Samoa. But I want to highlight a lot of things to highlight, a lot of things to uncover, a lot of things to talk about. And when we're talking about how evil and wicked a large number of women can be, anything can happen on any given Sunday. You never know. You'll find yourself between a pimp and a hard place, I'm gonna tell you what. Let's continue.
Because the crime she did is as equal as the rapist. Both of them committed the crime. Both of them should have faced the same consequences because both of them destroyed somebody's life. The rapist destroyed the victim's life, and she, with her false accusation, destroyed the guy's life.
Well, let's get into this. Let's get into what she's saying.
Jason paid Gucci to release the video. As a result of that video being provided to the police, I was charged, caution, and I had to go on probation. So
you should have been charged. You should have got worse than that. And you mess around and you cost someone their life. Now, granted, you have good people out there, you have bad people. Okay? But no good person should be in that type of situation. And you have some women you have some that are just pure evil. And we're highlighting it. Dad wasn't home. Childhood trauma. And then take it out on men. Angry. This is why it is so important for our fathers to be home. For our fathers to be in our children's lives. Now, to the fathers that are in their children's lives, me give you your flowers. Big up, much love and respect. To the good husbands, much love and respect. To the good wives and good mothers, much love and respect. Good husband and wives aren't given their flowers enough because so much negative is being spewed on men, especially black men. Let's highlight that. I'm going to start showing more and more clips of fathers doing things with their children, doing things with their wives. And I know, I get it. The bitter women atmosphere are going to come out like roaches with their antenna up, but fuck them. If y'all are angry and mad, that's a you problem. I'm showing that men that stand 10 toes down, that stand on business and sit on chrome are important and doing the right things. Let's continue.
I have a criminal record.
Like, this is damage control. There's literally 2 videos. Her saying she's gonna set up, and she's been setting up men, putting them in prison for fake rape charges.
Most of the villains I know are women. Most of the villains I know are women.
They wouldn't be talking to a rapist like this. Again, as much as it pains me to be having to watch this, it aligns with my channel. Using my channel to just expose these wickedness. Because there are a lot of people who are confused as to, why men are done dating, why men aren't taking women seriously, why men aren't providing no more. Men aren't the same as the 1940s, because in the 1940s, when a woman falsely accused a man of rape, she wouldn't have a platform to promote her business. So things have changed.
So man, when women who are loose and project themselves as these housewives starter kit type. They talk, I get frustrated.
The hurtful things that I said, I hate men. One of the things I referred to in that video specifically was the fact that...
And what's interesting is that nothing in that video is based off of the sob story that we hear right here or any of the negative things that she's talking about with her ex-boyfriend, right? Like, none of that was in the video. None of it whatsoever. But she said...
No, what was in the video was pure hatred, was pure evil, pure wicked. And shout out to those that are tapping in right now. Much love and respect to those. I love you. I'm in the zone right now, so I love you. You on point. To all my peoples. My brother, I am. My brother, Dale. I love you all. Family, friends, I love you. As some are chiming in, both my coaches, you know, Coach J Rock, Haran O'Neal. She had nothing good to say, but she had a whole lot of negative and evil and wicked to say. Talked about what she was going to do, how she was going to do it. That lets you know that the shit was premeditated. How far a large number of women are willing to go, okay, to spew allegations and put allegations on an innocent person because they didn't like the way they was being treated or they didn't get their way. Help me fucking make it make sense.
Said things like, I hate men. It literally doesn't make any sense. And it makes the interview so damn hard to watch. The host is ass. She's not asking any follow-up questions, no fact checks, no evidence, no receipts. We have a receipt. All we have right here is just her trying to massage the story with.
No, the host is a straight up bitch. I'm gonna call it. She didn't ask the right questions. She didn't hold her accountable. Man, I want to hear about your fitness programs. Man, I want to hear about your meditation. I mean, I want to hear about all that. We want to hear why'd you do it? Why would you put an innocent man in jail for sleep that him didn't commit? Ruin that man's life. Don't you know how many men's lives are ruined because of the evilness of the woman, of putting man in jail from something he not do? Okay. All right.
Her best PR.
Like crazy. Y'all, this pissed me off. This is pissing me off. But I promise I'm going to try to push through it. There's a specific point I want to get to.
There needs to be some sort of social footprint, you get me, in terms of like, when you type in this woman's name, it comes up for the evil she is, bro, because she's actually actively putting multiple men in prison and she's accusing them of grape, SA.
Oh, what an entangled web she weaved. Didn't tell the truth, but everybody believed. Tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Hands on the Bible, lying all along. Speaks with a forked tongue, but that forked tongue will put you up under the jail. She's sending brothers 5 seconds from hell and she does not care. No care at all. Laughing about a smirk in the interview. Complaining that she got caught. And a justification for her lies that can end somebody's life was absolutely cap. Cabbage among cap. Because when she got caught saying that she's put many men in a pokey again, we knew exactly what was going on here. And this is the system that we have to live with, from sea to shining sea, and even across the pond. These Western harlots will absolutely lie, cheat, steal, anything to put you up under the jail and make sure that they get their will. And then they have the nerve to talk about where's the protection from you. But there is no protection from a harlot like this. You see, what happens is that this attitude constantly degrades and divides. And this criminal behavior, there's no way that this lady should be allowed to jump up on this interview and justify her straight up bull junk. And the cabbage that she espoused, the BS that she espoused, did absolutely nothing. Disgusting.
The devil spoke to the woman. He didn't talk to the man. The idle mind. That's why all this is in their head. A woman ruined marriages because what's in their head. The devil stay playing.
My man always said, you keep dancing with the devil, one day he gonna follow you home. Men, how many times the devil done followed us home? Now, I done danced, playing pro ball. I done danced with the devil many nights. But I'm going to tell you something. I knew how to move. My dad was a professional athlete, okay? He taught us how to move. After it's all said and done, you make sure you protect your motherfucking name. If that's the only thing you have, you protect your name. And I've had coaches, I've been in NFL camps. I've seen people fuck up. I've played in the AFL. I've played in the XFL. I've played in the IFL. I played in these leagues. I seen it. That's why I know what to say and how to say. I know how to move. I know where to move. I know when to sit my ass down. I know when to speak. I know when to shut up. I know when to peep game and be observing. Don't get it twisted. But sometimes, men, you have to learn to think with this, not this.
Playing in their head. You have a closer relationship to God. She have a way closer relationship to the devil. That's why he speaks to her. That's why it's important for a woman to have the right kind of man to have a God. Other than that, the devil gonna stay playing in her head.
This Jezebel ain't got nothing to do with no makeup and no lipstick and no short dress. Can I help you tonight? Jezebel is a spirit of control. It's a spirit of manipulation. It's a spirit of witchcraft.
I did not know nothing about sex. So.
You're watching never-before-aired video of Juanetta Gibson and Brian Banks in the minutes before her stunning confession that she lied when she said the high school football star raped her 10 years ago.
And he went to my high school, Long Beach Poly. I'm a jackrabbit for life, but he went to my school. Yup. But this is time to wake up, men. Especially black men. Wake the fuck up.
This camera right here was in a plant.
This is the man who helped Banks get the now famous confession on hidden camera.
Can you imagine how many years people have spent behind bars, how many reputations have been ruined, and what is the outcome, and what is the disciplinary measure for these people who are just straight up and down lying? It's never what it should be, because they should get exactly what he would have got if he went to jail. They should have to duplicate that time and don't let somebody actually go to jail. Then it should be doubled up, double or nothing. And then maybe these ladies will stop lying in court. Hand on the Bible, sitting there with a big cheesy grin. This lady was so excited that she actually locked somebody up. Can you imagine a heartless soul that must be actually excited for doing so much damage to an individual?
One unpopular opinion that I have that can make people want me is women that make false accusations about men when it comes to molestation, harassment, assault. all those things. Those women need to serve time in prison.
Ooh, well, Jay-Z's real accuser.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct.
I'm going to take it a step further. A large number of women that got pregnant by somebody else will put the blame on the current husband or boyfriend because they punk sorry asses didn't want to admit that they've stepped out of the marriage or relationship and laid up with somebody else, and that person got them pregnant. Now you have the boyfriend or the current husband taking care of a child that ain't his, and she know it ain't his. Do I need to highlight any motherfucking thing else?
Admits he did not hear her in interview with private investigators. Got it. Cool, cool.
I did not say that they should pay a fine. I said they need to serve time, go to prison. For those of you that want to say that I sound like a pick-me or whatever the case may be, I don't care about that. And the reason why I don't care about that is because it could be your brother, it could be your uncle, it can be your father, it can be your cousin, it can even be your grandfather, it can be any male figure that is significant in your life.
One of the many reasons that I have a problem with this entire situation, and I've spoken to a lot of people, a lot of people have mentioned to me some of the things that they've had an issue with and a problem with. It's like, when are we going to start doing something about the people who lie on people? So she lied on this guy. Jay-Z admitted himself he lost business deals totaling around $20 to $25 million. Obviously, you have to deal with this, discuss this with your family, your daughter, your record label, your business entities, all the different things. He's, the leader of the entertainment aspect of the NFL. All the casting eyes and the people, the judgmental people, whether it be through social media, just people walking around on the street that you have to deal with. And you have to try to proclaim your innocence over somebody who's lying. When are we going to start having real and severe consequences for people like this? I'm just curious.
Women like that, why should we let them walk free? Another thing too is that it's not easy to say, I'm sorry. What is sorry going to do? You just ruined that man's reputation.
Sorry didn't do it. You do it. And then play it off like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did it. But let the shoe be on the other foot. See, modern feminist women do not like it when this shit backfires on them. And I have to separate the two, You know me, I don't put everybody in the same boat. But modern feminist women don't like it when the same fingers that they use to point at everybody else is pointing right back at them. You damn right. They went on ahead and made DNA testing mandatory right at birth. Because so many men were fathering children that was not theirs. Because the mother was too afraid or was stupid, dumb as fuck to admit what she done was wrong and think the man ain't gonna know. So now, modern feminist women got something to say. They mad. Those that are mad, they know they not right. But on the other hand, you got a large number of women of good character that support it, that agree. Now Trump just came out with another one. Trump just dropped another bombshell on that ass. If you're paying child support, you get to add your children to your tax return. Ain't that something? So monies that you paying for child support, at the end of the year, you're going to get that back. Plus, and I believe that's fair. Modern women got a problem with that. But women of good character, they support that. Or men can't, no, men are winning. Men are winning. Like I've always said, men are having conversations at the table. They're having conversations on the sideline. They're having conversations in the end zone. They're having conversations in the locker room. Men are having conversation. Men are uplifting other men. Men are encouraging other men. Men are sharing stories with other men, sharing meals with other men, saying, hey, look, here's the blueprint. Let me educate you. Let me give you a head start. Can't trust these hoes. Don't love these hoes. But a woman of good character, a woman of good sense, we respect that woman. We open up the doors for that woman because she showed herself. See, I work law enforcement. Integrity is everything. I work in a prison. I done seen it all. Go online, look up Twin Towers, LA County. You'll see where I came from. Top that. Then to come out here, work federal. Game recognized game, player.
Even if that man gets proven innocent, he can still get looked at crazy. People will still treat him differently because of your allegation.
Parrish's son played football with Brian Banks at Long Beach Polytechnic High in 2002, the time Juanetta Gibson made her false accusation. Gibson's family got $1.5 million settlement from the school district, and Banks got 5 years in prison and 5 more on parole, shackled with an ankle monitor.
I felt at that point that the only person that could stop this man was me.
Respectfully, that we just want to know why she is making fake rape allegations and sending people to prison. There's people in prison. This story is deep. I'm talking about hair cut off, thrown into the River Thames, mashed up, like I got the lowdown. There's a video that came to life. I think it might have been an old video of her. She's bringing up fake rape charges on the person that she's seeing.
You're gonna have to put in energy to get a fake rape charge across, but if it doesn't go according to plan, it'll bounce back on you.
I don't care. I want to take him to the cleaners, babe.
Polite savages.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That was the part that fucking went over the edge. When she said, I want to take him to the cleaners, I'm like, the blood clot. I mean, she said for word, verbatim. I mean, the more she spoke, I got angry. I experienced things, briefly, seeing my own blood, my brother being taken away, being in a situation. You know what that'll fucking do to you? What that fucking done to me? I had to fucking see that shit? That's the anger that I felt. And I probably didn't express it enough to my brother. But that's some fucked up shit. You have to see that. your brother being taken away from fucking allegations. I'm like, if I seen her, I'll pick her up and throw her some damn where, wherever she lands. Hey, man, I can't control that. First she was up in the air, but where you land is where you land. To have you put an allegation on my brother, my blood. I mean, the hood side was coming out. I'm like, on crib, cuz, let's get it. But I had to I don't like to see good people get falsely accused of something that they did not do nor say because somebody else has a problem with them. They're angry. They didn't get their way. Get the fuck out of here.
Gentlemen of Light Savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike, and especially those who think it's okay to put 10 toes down and hand on a Bible, lie dead smack to somebody, and put another man behind the pokey. And this has been going on for years. It's nothing new. It's not a new phenomenon, but what it is a phenomenon that needs to be staunchly stopped, put an end to. But as always, the community wants to believe and wants to make excuses without actually holding the other party accountable. So as always, we're only here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And sometimes the truth is a bitter pill to swallow, but it's time to shut up and take your medicine. So there's nothing left to do but get on up into it. Are you ready? Well, let's go. The truth is, you polite savages, that people get accused of doing things they didn't do all the time. And these petty arguments that you think are one thing can turn out to be another thing. But what happens when you get accused of doing something that's unthinkable and the whole community is against you? Everybody's looking at you. You lose jobs, business opportunities, family members stop talking to you, and your whole life is ruined. All ruined because somebody seen fit and thought it was funny to put you in a situation or a revenge plot to make sure that your entire life was going to end. How can somebody be so evil? Well, my friend, the truth is this. There's many evil people in the world, and these people need to face some type of justice, some type of time, some type of compensation needs to be paid to the victim of these lies. And as we will show, this harlot from across the pond, Miss Victoria Everest, isn't just a one-off. She isn't just a rarity. She is a drop in a bucket, because for years there's been many, many false accusations, and many men have spent a lot of time in jail. Damn.
Every piece of evidence can be doubted, but you cannot doubt the victim who said, "You shot me." You can't doubt no victim. No, if a victim get on stand and they say, "Hey, who shot you?" He did. You think that jury is gonna go against the victim?
It's the basic truth of the human condition that everybody lies. The only variable is about what.
Being wrongly imprisoned for 44 years, 70-year-old Vincent Simmons finally cleared his name and regained his freedom. 44 years ago, a jury consisting of 11 white men and a black woman unanimously decided that Simmons had attempted to the 14-year-old white twin sisters, so he was sentenced to 50 consecutive years in prison. Although Simmons firmly claimed his innocence, the testimony of the girls in court left him no room to defend himself. He didn't understand why they did it. He had been drinking at the bar that day. In order to prove his innocence, Simmons repeatedly requested a re-examination of his case, but his request was refused. Until 44 years later, he finally had the opportunity for a retrial.
And for every minute that somebody loses of their life, this person should have to serve. And every dollar that...
Let me just say this. They have individuals out there that specifically, and shout out to the men and women that do this, what I'm about to say. They specifically go over cases. And if an individual feels that they have not received a fair trial, they contact this specific agency, and this is what they do. They'll go back look over the notes, open up the case, and when they find evidence that corresponds in what the individual is saying to prove that individual's innocence, they would then request a trial, because now there are new evidence that clearly shows that this person was falsely accused, have not received a fair trial. And this agency, out of a rating, some damn good ratings, because they help a large number of individuals get off, win their cases. And then when you look at it, because I work in the prison, you look at it. As long as we keep them cells, put bodies in them beds, that money coming in from private prisons, the county, state. I'm trying to told you. Even if the person is innocent, we're going to still declare that person guilty. It's a fucked up world. But big up to the agencies that go back and they help people in their cases. I want to highlight that.
That this person loses, this person should have to repay. And anybody who was in on it should also have to repay, doubling up the money. Anybody who was down with the plot, who didn't do a proper investigation, who just took her word for it without absolutely verifying when you were going to end a person's life. Because make no bones about it, if you put somebody in jail for 44 years, if you put somebody in jail for a decade, you are in fact ending their life as they knew it. You are changing the trajectory of their family's existence, and you're doing it on purpose. And to do this on purpose, and to do this absolutely knowing that this individual was innocent, but you had a grudge. You wanted to prove a point. You wanted to make something happen in their life because you felt pain, because you were hurt, because you were scorned. Well, ma'am, jail is just a little too good for you, if you know what I mean.
Now to that false charge, 1 year in prison. That sentence tonight for the woman who falsely accused 2 football players from Sacred Heart University in Connecticut of. The students say what she did has changed their lives forever, even though they have been cleared of all wrongdoing.
She pursed her lips. She rolled her eyes, but Nikki Yavito's body language couldn't change the outcome. A year in jail for telling a lie that cost 2 young men their college careers.
My life has been altered and shaped in ways that nobody here could have imagined.
Malik St. Hilaire was never arrested, but Yavino claimed he and another student raped her while all 3 attended Sacred Heart University in 2016. Instead, it was the Long Island native who was charged when the police investigation revealed sexual activity had occurred but was consensual. Prosecutors say Yavino made up the claim because she didn't want to upset another student she was interested in.
And you see, Applied Savages, statistics are a very stubborn thing. People love to espouse how such a high percentage of the convictions in the United States are from black people. But what they hate to do is understand that 53% of the exonerations between 1989 and 2022 have been of black people. You see, it's very simple. It's very easy if you don't have the money, if you don't have the financial backing, if you don't have the social currency. It just takes somebody to get up on the stand, cry, point, and wave their finger, and you are knee deep in needing hip waders. You're up the creek without a paddle. Your entire life is over. Yes, over. No ifs, ands, or buts. But what happens to these folks who are exonerated? You can't pay this time back. Their time in their life will never be the same. And until there's a penalty, until there's a stiff penalty for these people, for these harlots, for these liars, for the lawyers who knowingly represent them when they are lying, and I know a lot of lawyers aren't going to agree with me, but if you knowingly represent somebody who's lying and you're going to put somebody behind bars, the prosecution needs to go down too, because
exactly, it needs to go down. It needs to. You knew you was wrong. You knew you're an attorney. You know your client is wrong. But then you're going to side with your client because you can get your client money. You can get your client paid. This is how evil and wicked it is. Knowing that your client is innocent. I mean, fuck what I said. I'm all over the place. You know your client is guilty, but you're still going to side with your client. Get that bag. Then years later, I don't know, that client may have a change of heart and wants to admit. Or maybe that client doesn't admit. But to mess somebody else's life up, just a simple allegation, just the simple fact that SLAPE is on your record, that will mess, that does damage. So we got to be mindful. And this is why I'm addressing the men. This is why I'm talking to the men. This is why locker room conversation, men, we talk about it. Because if we don't, then what usually happens is you'll find yourself in situations dealing with the wrong woman. Then the wrong woman would throw a monkey wrench in your life. That's another reason why I like talking to these athletes too. Oh, hell yeah. When you are off the field, there's a way you have to conduct yourself. Because not only you're representing yourself, but you're representing the team in which hired your ass. When you make yourself look bad, you make your team look bad. You make the organization look bad. You make the coaches look bad. You make the general managers look bad. You make the owners look bad. You make your community look bad. There's a way you have to carry yourself as a professional athlete. I don't care what sport you play. You better carry yourself in a professional manner off the field, I'm telling you. I've never turned down a pitcher. Off the field, I'm seen in the stores or wherever, I will not turn down no pitcher. I will take a picture. I will sign something. I'm quick to do that. Children are our future, number one. Children look up to us. We're heroes when they see us with our shoulder pads and our helmet on playing this sport that we love. You're not a football player. You're an entertainer. Read your contract. Trust me. When I was in the Dallas Cowboys training camp, I learned what I needed to learn. When I was in Atlanta Falcons training camp, I learned what I needed to learn. Reality will hit you real quick. But again, you got to know how to discipline yourself. Because the eyes are looking at you. People are looking at you. They watching.
So the rise of the lonely black man, and I'm watching women celebrate this. Now, this is happening because men have been fed this alpha male stuff that is starting to backfire.
Men do not value platonic relationships with women, and they barely value platonic relationships with men, which is another reason why there is a male loneliness epidemic. Men aren't lonely, they're sexually ungratified. Because when men say they're lonely, they're not referring to friendships, they're referring to
The fuck you talking about? What are you talking about? It's something how feminists, modern feminist women got something to say. Thinking they know men. How the hell you think you know a man? You ain't no damn man. But what they project and put off on men, they're really talking about themselves. I'm so happy and proud that I introduced to men the gold pill. Because what I talk about in the gold pill is this right here. Oh, buck-eyed, fish-eyed fool.
Relationships with women, sexual relationships with women.
Let's talk about the male loneliness epidemic. Most of us are probably pretty familiar with some of the research done talking about how difficult and how deleterious it is to be lonely. One study done in 2021 actually found that 15% of men reported that they had no close friends. And in 2022, a study found that 20% of men said that they have no one to rely on for close emotional support.
There is an epidemic of male loneliness, and honey, I am living for every second of it. Not because I hate men or anything like that, but I honestly believe that it is about due time. I have been saying this for months and months and months. Honey, the men that are lonely and can't find no one to take advantage of, honey, it's because they are paying for their forefathers. They are. They are.
What? I need a bourbon. I need some cognac. Let's go.
Paying for the sins of their uncles, their daddies, all of them. The ones that had the extra family. You know, when we didn't have cell phones and the internet, when it was easy to have and easy to afford an extra family. That's what they're paying for.
I did not know that male loneliness or singleness was being weaponized against black men. And I had never even paid attention to the conversation because I was like, where did they do a study that specifically targeted black men and asking if they were lonely and single? Because I've seen the collage of black women.
What it is you have a large number of women. And let's put it out there, modern women, mad. Men are not approaching them. Men are not trying to holler at them. Men are not trying to spend money on dates. They're not trying to do nothing with them. Real men don't feed the rats cheese. They don't. They don't feed them. They don't pet them. They don't spend time with them. They're only used as a garden tool. And half the time, those men don't even want to do that with them. A large number of women are not marriage material. And when I say a large number of women, I'm meaning modern feminist women are not wife material. You even got women that are of good tradition. You even got women that are of good character getting on modern feminist women. Okay, let's continue. This is quite interesting.
Going out there saying, yeah, man, all these black men are single. So you know me, I don't take things for face value. I did the research for myself and I actually put together a little bit of a picture, 2 pictures to show you guys what I found. And I don't know if anybody's ever did the research to look at this male loneliness epidemic that people are running around here weaponizing against black men. This is what they're citing, okay, guys? So it's from the Medium as an article published on December 5th, 2024. It was actually updated from a previous article from Pew Research, but they just put it out again to make the conversation more viable, I guess. So it says, untangling the quote unquote male loneliness epidemic. Every time you see something in quotes, then that you might want to perk your antennas up and you may want to read a little bit further. Okay. So also, if you want to read the full report, you see right down here where it says full text links. There is 2 that are listed from Sage Journals and also another site. If you click the other site outside of Sage Journals, you will get the full text report where all of this came from, along with the Pew Research information that they actually did, took bits and pieces of it. But if you want to read the full report of Do We Become More Lonely with Age, a coordinated data analysis of 9 longitudinal studies published June 2024. 4. So you guys can read that there. And this is from PubMed. So he put it up there, what the report actually says. And this is a quote. At the same time, research is pretty clear that we're all lonelier today than we were a decade ago. A Gallup survey last year discovered that men and women are equally lonely. Eileen Graham, associate professor of social sciences at Northwestern University, analyzed 9 longitudinal studies of the loneliness. And
I also believe that now we're seeing a large number of men going their own way. A large number of men seeing things for what they are. A large number of men reading the room. We've always talked about it. Men are reading the room. Men are seeing things for what they really are, right? Men are having conversations. Men are just in that place where their peace matters. Everything is about keeping your peace. And a large number of men do not want to deal with the fuckery. You get tired. And these are the types of conversations that are long overdue to have. So a large number of men are having these conversations in different ways. I'm not saying men are just lonely. No, men are exercising other options. And a large number of Black women are single. They're lonely. Not just Black women. But you also have women of other races that follow the modern feminism. The modern feminist movement. Those women that follow the modern feminist movement, those are the ones that are lonely. Those are the ones that don't have no man. Those are the ones that are struggling. Those are the ones that are hurting. Those are the ones that are fucking thirsty. Because a woman of good character, a woman of good substance, a woman that is a team player, she knows her role. She's happy. She's in a relationship or marriage. She's good. She knows what it takes. She don't allow social media to become her life where she can't function without it. Or allow social media to make decisions for her. Let's highlight that.
Found that women self-report being lonely more than men. They conveniently leave out that part when they see these headlines and it's specifically targeting men in a negative way. And for some odd reason, Black men got entered into discussion, and I don't know why. Okay. And then another quote, it says, what the conversation about men seems to overlook is the fact that everyone, no matter how old you are or how you identify, is more isolated than they were a decade ago. It's not just a male loneliness epidemic, end quote. And I put at the bottom there, and no, Black community, none of the male loneliness studies specifically highlight that Black men are more or less lonely than other men. Your shaming tactics won't work here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that quick breakdown and that deep.
Exactly. All it is just a shaming tactic, you know, and to highlight that it's not working. No matter what modern women try to say to discredit men, disrespect men, emasculate men, it's not working. And they're crashing out. They fucking having a fit. Why isn't the modern feminist tactics working? Because men have peep game. Men watch. Men listen. Men act. Men ask questions. Men have made an executive decision, an executive choice to go elsewhere, to take their talents, take their gifts, and go elsewhere.
And then started talking about how he want to go to a view, go to the movies, go on a walk, go to a coffee shop. I instantly tune the f- out. Like, I just don't hear nothing no more. Like, I'm already thinking about, like, how soon should I f***ing block you? Because either you really do not like me or you really don't have no money for real. It's either one.
When I hear a woman talk like this, once again, a woman to shoot herself in the foot. She would shoot herself in the mouth. I know what I said the first didn't make no sense, but a woman would literally shoot herself in the motherfucking mouth. Now, this has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard a woman say. Really.
One. Okay, and it could be both too.
Well, let me help you out here, Sister Soldier. If you won't go on a simple date with him, then we know you really don't like him. And he won't waste his time or his money on some woman he just met. So you think you dodged a bullet, and we know he dodged a bullet, so everybody's happy. Next.
Boy, you so weak. Like, I'm talking to so many men that's way better than you, like, and I don't even think you understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
And when I hear women that speak like this, how come you're not in a relationship with those men? How come you're not dealing with those men? And number three, women that talk like this, they do men the favor. Because number one, ain't no real man gonna stand for that shit. To be talked to like that. Okay? And second of all, when a man knows who he is and he has options, you think he gonna sweat over this right here? Men have taken the peaceful road. Hey, at the end of the day, men are good. And I'm proud of a large number of men because now you're seeing the light. Now it's starting to click. Now, when you hear women in this particular clip talk the way they talk, behave the way they behave, they're doing you a favor.
Like, men who out here who's willing to do anything for me. I can pick up the phone and say, hey, I need some gas money, and they sending it.
If you got it like that, then why are you sitting there wasting your time with him?
But every time I call you, it's always a problem. And I'm
bitch
tired
don't
of
got it like that.
Wait, I'm confused. She's tired of him not being a sucker?
Call him. If that's true, call him right now.
What you mean call him right now? I don't have to prove nothing to you. I can show I can show you my bank account and show you that I got at least 5 dudes that's sending me money.
Well, what's the problem, baby? If you got all these dudes sending you money, why are you hollering at me buying money if you got these people taking care of you?
Exactly. Oh,
exactly. See, when you start exposing a motherfucker and you start calling them out on it, all that Billy Bob big boy shit that they be talking, they ain't about that life. It's not. Because now you're challenging them. No, put your money where your mouth is. You want to talk shit, show me. Do it. Prove it. They can't because they don't have it like that. And a large number of women that speak like this, they broke. They're poor.
By the way, the only reason he's sitting there listening to her right now is because she's probably just a jump off.
First of all, because they not who I want. It's you who I want. But you can't even get your act right. Like, do you not know how that feels? Like, the person that you want can't even do what you ask for them to do. It's like, it's hard getting money from you. Like,
my man.
My nigga.
Do I gotta do something extra? Do I all I gotta do is pick up, they say, hey, let's go eat. All I gotta do is go eat with them. And they giving me $300, $400 off rip.
No, then why do you need money from him? You should be rolling in the dough.
But with you is, well, what you did for me and all this, what you mean what I do for you?
Motherfuckers will contradict themselves. All you have to do is sit back and listen. And that's what And that's what I enjoy about the men that are coming into their own. They just sitting back listening. It's like you talking all this shit, but it's not adding up. The math ain't mathing. What you saying and how you behaving and what's coming out your mouth, they're not having a conversation with one another.
You're not asking me that.
Because the other guys don't know any better, or she's lying. Either way, hold the line, brother. Hold the line.
Oh, he think he got all that and this and that. No, you just said what you said. You got other men giving you money, and that's all I need to hear. Ain't no lie, girl. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done. Get out of here. I'm done. I'm done.
My man, that's right. Cut her loose. Whether she's lying or not. The fact that she's sitting in your car telling you that she's got other men giving her money and she's upset because you won't, that's grounds for dismissal. Fellas, don't fall for these women and their BS. Speaking of BS, listen to this one.
I know to my core that we have far exceeded men in terms of intelligence in this country.
Keep listening and watch her prove that they're not as intelligent as she's claiming they are.
But I think it's time we start playing dumb. I think it's time we start getting in touch with our emotions. So I'd like to introduce you ladies to what I'm calling the crybaby theory.
Also known as manipulation. Now remember, she just said that women are far more intelligent than men. But watch her publicly give us the whole playbook of their manipulation tactics. I mean, how slow can you be?
I think it's time we start crying again. Are you being inconvenienced? Cry. Are you losing an argument? Cry. Oh, they can't accommodate you? Cry. Oh, you didn't get your way? Cry.
I wish a motherfucker would do that shit with me. You can do that shit every day, all day. That shit ain't gonna work with me. Because I know better. When you know better, you do better. You move better.
We really need to move past this, like, I'm a woman, hear me roar. No, that. We need to, throw them off a little bit. Because the powers that be, they're onto us. They know we're smarter than them. And honestly, if we don't start playing dumb, we're gonna ruin it for everyone.
Well, you're definitely ruining it for the rest of the women by broadcasting it on this public forum. Now, I went to the comments and I saw woman after woman after woman saying that this tactic still works. Cry whenever you don't get your way. So if you two are arguing and she starts crying, she's trying to manipulate you.
But now, men have countered that. What did I say in regarding the gold pill? Silence is power. When you do that and you're silent, and you simply pick up your shoulder pads and your helmet and you walk the fuck on, that will bother them in more ways than one.
If she wants you to buy her something and you won't buy it, and she starts crying, she's trying to manipulate you. So fellas, from now on, unless she's crying over a lost loved one that you have proof that they actually died, do not believe her tears. So basically, if she's crying, she's lying.
I don't want to ask my ex-boyfriend for his money. Just give me 200,000 pesos. My mother is sick.
See, they cry and lie no matter what country they're from.
What I'm realizing is
I'll be like, just let me put it in both holes. Please, just let me put it in. I'm hungry. I haven't ate in 2 days. Just let me put it in, please. Watch what I tell you. What would the reaction be? Okay.
that women are a special kind of stupid.
Do you have children?
No, I don't have no children as well.
Why?
Because I want to have kids, but I want to have children with a lady who doesn't have children. I want to go through that experience together.
Are you able to have kids?
Of course.
Have you ever had like a scare? Like, do you know?
I don't like a scare.
Yeah. Like, do you know that you're able to have kids?
And this is the world we live in now. She's asking him if he ever had a scare, as in a woman missing a period and possibly being pregnant by him, because she just can't believe a grown man could be walking this earth and not have any children. Unreal.
It does work, and it does happen. You have men out there that don't have no children. They can have children because your ass wasn't careful and cautious about who you slept with. And he is. No, nobody thought about saying that. There are some individuals out there. There are men out there that are cautious about who they sleep with. They don't sleep with any and everybody. Okay.
Most men can't handle being with a conventionally attractive woman. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to treat her.
Well,
your ass ain't attractive. Let's highlight that. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Let's hear it.
she has some audacity, don't she?
Maybe your standards are just too high. I'm a 30-year-old single black female prioritizing gut health and protein intake. I can squat 250. I've written 2 books and speak 3 different languages. In the last 6 months alone, I've created 4 different applications and 2 different programs across the iOS platform.
But yet you single. But yet you can't keep a man. But yet a man can't stay. But yet you have nothing of value to bring to the table. That's good that you accomplish your accolades. That's good. But how do those things help you to function and keep a man in a relationship? Riddle me that, Batman.
Let me stop you right there, because the first thing you said is all that matters. Can you repeat that first part again, please?
I'm a 30-year-old single black female.
You're a 30-year-old single black female, and everything you rattled off after that is the reason why you're single.
And to the lady that told me to put another bill on him, I put another bill on that man, and now he not answering my phone calls.
And that's exactly what he should do, not answer your phone calls. Bet you won't take that type of advice again, now will you? You guys are out there learning, man. That's right, stop paying these women's bills.
That's right, man. Stop giving women money that is not your fucking wife. Stop being a trick. Stop being thirsty. See, y'all being simplicious, now you learning. Now you getting it. Being a simp ain't always what it's caked up to be. And when you hear a large number of women say, bring back the men that beg, bring back the men that used to approach us, what they really meaning to say is bring back the fools, bring back the simps. Bring back the men that did whatever it is that we wanted them to do for us. Because you men are smart now. You what's going on? Something's in the air because men are getting it. Men are not simping for us. Men are not putting us on a pedestal. Men ain't taking us out on dates and paying for it. Fuck that. If I'm not taking myself out, shit, I'll take out one of my boys. We'll all go out, we go hang out, and we go chill. And we split the bill and we have fun. Be careful who you take out on a date, man. You can take the wrong woman out on a date, boy, and you pay for it. That's why I say that first initial meet is a coffee date. And if a woman can't do a coffee date, she doing you a favor. You dodged a bullet. Because a real woman will do a coffee date with you. Why? A real woman want to get to know you. A real woman want to spend time with you. A real woman wants to enjoy your company.
Okay, so I went on a date. The date was going to church, but I was late to the date. He arrived at my house at 9:25. At 9:20. I was out by 9:25, so I was pushing the time that it took to get to church.
Keep in mind, they're already running late.
So then I wanted to get some Starbucks. We go get Starbucks, and he felt like I was pushing the time because church started at 10.
They're late and she wants to stop off and get coffee. You should have just skipped the coffee this time.
We arrived to church exactly at 10.
But they were supposed to be in church at 10 o'clock, not in the parking lot at 10 o'clock.
But you know how when you're in the car and you gotta get like ready, put your lip on.
Put your lip on?
Get the oil off the bottom of your shoes and stuff. I was doing that.
Wipe off oil from the bottom of your shoe? What are you talking about? What oil?
So my date was really anxious to get into church, but I felt like you could just wait for me. So then he's like, I'm gonna just leave you the key. Mind you, this is my first time at his church. I've never been to this church before. I'm a little anxious.
There's a lot of red flags in that. Time management is one of them. You didn't. This is how a large number of women do this shit right here. This is what they do. I can't say every woman, but a large number of them do this exact same thing. A large number of men do it too. I'm going to highlight that. But in this clip right here, she knew. He told her. He communicated. She just moved slow as fuck. Or maybe she really wasn't interested in going. Because if a person is really interested in going somewhere with you or doing something with you, they're going to be prompt. They're going to be ready.
It's a date. It's already like the nerves are there. So he leaves, and then I get upset. And I'm like, I feel like you just left me.
Which is exactly what he should have done. Because it sounds to me like you're doing any and everything to test this guy to see if he'll put up with your nonsense for making you two later than you already were.
So I text my friend, and I was like, can you come pick me up? And she's like, where you at? As I'm texting her and talking to her, he comes out because he's like, where are you at? I said, I'm leaving. So then I'm like, he's like, no, don't leave. So I get out of the car. He's like, come on, let's just go to church. Let's go to church. Just walk in. And then I was like, no. So I turned around. I said, I'm not going. And then
he should have left you outside and went back into the church.
This went on for like less than like 2 minutes in the parking lot. So then I get tearful because I'm feeling left out. Like, I feel like you just tried to leave me. And I don't know what that is.
Are you serious?
But I need y'all to tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong for saying I'm going to leave? Because he said that he felt like it was disrespectful to do all of that.
Yes, you were wrong, and he was right.
Wrong.
Where he messed up was he came back outside the church to get you, even after you purposely made it all later than you already were.
And I just don't feel like I was being disrespectful, because I feel like once you got out of the car, you basically left me, and I don't know, I'm your guest.
Once you wanted to do Starbucks, once you putting on your makeup in the car, you were wrong. But once again, accountability. Large number of women don't like to be held accountable. They don't like to be told that they wrong. And listen to what she says. I feel. How you feel versus what is logic. Two different things.
Granted, I don't think that was the intent, but I want to know if y'all feel like I'm disrespectful, because I just don't think it's disrespectful that I felt like he could have waited like 3 minutes. I was done. We got to church at 10. I wrapped everything up by 10:03, but then he wanted to hurry up and leave. And then he ended up having to come back out. Am I wrong? Is that wrong? For real, like, is that wrong?
The fact...
Yes, fat ass, you're wrong. See, you're looking for validation on TikTok. No, you're wrong.
That she's pretending like she doesn't understand that she was in the wrong lets you know what type of woman she is. Fellas, these women will test you to see what they can get away with. The minute that she wanted to stop off and get coffee when she knew they were already running late, let him know what type of woman she was. Then they get to the church, and instead of her getting out of the car and going inside, she want to put on her lip gloss, which she should have done while they were driving, and pretend like she got something on the bottom of her shoes that she needs to wipe off. He should have left her outside, going inside the church, and forgot about her. The end. And now, for today's winner of Modern Women Are a Special Kind of Part 42 video.
What I'm realizing is that women are a special kind of student.
Are you actually gonna let me talk for longer than 5 seconds?
Go ahead.
You keep interrupting me. Every time I try to actually explain my point and have a reasonable conversation with you, you cut me off. I was trying to explain, you cut me off, started talking about something completely different. You started bringing up random stats and random facts to try to make me look stupid.
You make yourself look stupid. Individuals will make themselves look so damn stupid. I want to thank everybody for tuning in for tonight's conversation and reviews, locker room conversation. Let me just highlight this. Men, it is so important that we continue to learn, that we continue to, that we continue to grow, we continue to have conversations, that we continue to educate one another in this season of our lives. Why? Simply because what's happening in this generation, especially when it comes to dating, it's sad and it sucks. And if you are married, you do have a family, stay together. Continue to work together as a team. Continue to keep your household strong. Because being single, being out here in this world, in this generation, it ain't what it's cracked up to be. Sometimes it's best to stay married if you are married. Even if you're going through things, work it out. And if it is workable, get counseling. Don't continue to listen to broken, bitter individuals give you advice and have you in the same class as them when you know that's not you. Continue to protect yourself at all times, man. Continue to grow, continue to learn. It's your boy, Big Truck. Stay tuned for the next show. One love.